Okay, so yeah, my name's Andrena ShaNell, and I'm 28 years old. I got two boys, and yeah, and then one angel baby. And I want to tell my abortion story to y'all. So yeah, here goes. Um, so let me start off by how me and the guy met. So me and the guy met. Actually, before I even say met, we already knew each other because we went to school together and things like that. But we started talking on Snapchat and like reconnected as far as like being cool or whatever. And you know how that goes. We didn't form a relationship. Neither one of us was ready for that at the time. But we ended up forming a situationship or whatever, if you want to call it. And so yeah, we were really close. We didn't have any issues or anything like that. Uh, Problem was only 2 to 3 months into us talking, I ended up pregnant. So yeah, how I found that out, basically, I already have two kids, as I told y'all, so I already know what it feels like when you might be pregnant. So I kind of was getting those feelings. Went to my best friend, started freaking out, like, girl, what? Like, what? Hold on a second, like, I think I'm pregnant. She's like, girl, like. So yeah, that was that, and I went ahead and I hesitated for like a week or so, and I'm like, yeah, I need to find out because your girl was having all symptoms except for like being sick. So yeah, I took the pregnancy test, found out I was. Took like two more. So yeah, I took like three more tests, and then I'm like, okay, Adriana, get over it. You're clearly pregnant. You already knew before you took the first test. So yeah, I waited maybe a day or so, not long. Like, we were really cool. He's a really cool person for the most part. And so I went ahead and told him, and he was calm about it. He was shocked. He was shocked, but he was calm about it. And he kind of calmed me down about it. He knew I was freaking out and stuff, and I was upset. And he told me, do what I want. I had already told him I wasn't really into the abortion thing. He was like, if I want to keep it, go ahead and keep it if I choose to keep it. And he even, I think he might even said he would stand by me with it, but he also did at the end of all that make it real clear that he didn't want another kid. He had one, and he felt like he had a lot going on, so he didn't need another kid. And mind you, neither one of us was trying to have another kid. And that kind of upset me when he said that because it made me feel like I was putting a burden on somebody else if I was to go ahead and keep it. Like, so a little background on me, like, I've never been one to advocate abortions for real. Like, anybody close to me to tell you, like, I don't talk, I don't like talk negatively to people or anything like that. If they're considering it, I don't talk down on them. I don't feel like that's the right thing to do or ever the right time. So, it's just not for me, and I never considered actually doing it. I never thought I would actually do it. So yeah, so um, so yeah, fast forward back to, I mean, rewind back to me telling him or whatever. So yeah, it made me a little upset that he didn't want to keep it, and that was a thought in his head, like we should have an abortion. But at the same time, it did cross my mind. It crossed my mind because I was freaking out. I'm like, three baby daddies? Like, hold on a second. Like, wait a minute. Whoa, God. I'm like, three? I'm scared. Like, no, two is enough. It's been enough problems. Like, I'm so chill and I still have the most problems. So, yeah. With that being said, like, I was not looking forward to even having to say three. Like, at the end of the day, it's still three, so I don't even know why I freaked out so bad. So, yeah. Anyways, so I was considering it myself. It took me a few weeks to actually tell him that I was going to go ahead and get it. Three, maybe about like 3 weeks. I was so back and forth. It was like consuming my brain. Like, that's another stressful moment about the whole thing. Just making a decision if you're not sure or you're contemplating or you don't really want to do it. Like, that was stressful. And but yeah, I made the decision to go ahead and do it. I didn't talk to anybody that would have helped me make the right decision, what I feel is the right decision to have kept it. Like, I didn't talk to nobody except for one person that knew that was not something I wanted to do. Like, she just knew, like, that wasn't even me, so she knew I was going to regret it, and she kept telling me that. But other than her, never talked to anybody. Never. I only talked to a few people that I knew already had one. And because they had one, I'm thinking, they definitely know if I'll be okay or not. They've been through it. They could tell me. And no offense to them at all. They were giving me the best advice that they like could give me, but it just wasn't, in my opinion, the right advice. But that wasn't that. I know that wasn't like by purpose. Everybody's raised different, and everybody has like different views. So I scheduled the appointment. Mind you, I scheduled about 3 appointments together. So the first time I got scared and I chickened out of doing it, and I wanted to think about it some more. And then it only took like a week or so more, and I went ahead. I'm like, okay, I gotta book it. I gotta book it again because I said I was gonna do it. And as time went on, I became really numb to the situation. Like as I like was more concrete about my decision, like I got really numb about the whole thing. And so this second time around, I was at the time I was working at a Nike warehouse. So um, I didn't try to get off ahead and stuff like that. So it was just a situation like that I didn't go the second time. Third time around, and every time I believe he was going to go with me. Just a side note, I believe he was going to go with me every time I scheduled an appointment. I just kept not going. And so this third time around, he had a chance to go and I had a chance to go. And so yeah, we went and got to the appointment. I was not even like feeling no type of way really. Only thing that freaked me out was the fact of how many people were in there. Like it was sad to me. And then I was just like, who's in here that I know? Like, let me make sure nobody knows me. Like, make sure they can't see my face. Because I don't know, like, I just didn't want to be, I didn't want people to know what I had going on at all. Who really does, you know? Like, that definitely wasn't something I was going to go around telling. I didn't even talk to my family at this time, besides, like, my close cousin about the whole thing. There's only about 2 people that knew about what I was even thinking about doing. Like, 2, maybe 3, because I was trying to get an opinion, and I was trying to, like, convince myself that it was okay, because knowing me, like, if I would have went with my gut instinct, it would have never happened. So while we're in there, you know, we're waiting or whatever, and I'm just numb. Like, I can't even tell y'all I felt like anything. Like, I thought I was gonna be good. I thought maybe I convinced myself that it was okay, and, you know, it was the right thing to do. So I thought I was good, and I got in there. You know, you go in one room and you like get prepped. I think in there I kind of did think about it, because I remember looking at the posters, and the posters were pissing me off because they like you were gonna be like so happy later, and I knew that probably wasn't the case. And then I, you know, like I said, personally, nothing against nobody else, I don't agree with it anyways. So the posters were driving me nuts. There were posters I talked shit about back, you know, when I really felt some type of way about abortions, and yeah, so that bothered me. But I just stopped looking at them. I think I like put my head down until it was my turn to go in the back room, and then they give you something, you know, kind of help ease it. I don't honestly even remember exactly, but they gave me something and it had me so doped up. So yeah, I was like out of it, and ended up seeing somebody I knew. It was one of the freaking nurses. What are the odds? She had to help me. So yeah, that was fun. Luckily, it was just a work person. She doesn't know much about me, but yeah. Shout out to her, because she was like really trying to comfort me, because at that point I did forget, y'all. I did start crying in there. Oh shoot, y'all. Oh yeah. I started crying like a mug. Oh, I started crying so bad in there. Yeah, like I think it was like either it was right after I did it. Wow. Telling y'all the story really brings back up stuff. So yeah, it was actually right after that I did. And she actually was there trying to comfort me. I told y'all, like, I was a little drugged up. Like, whatever they gave us had me just gone. I don't know why. And yeah, so yeah, I was crying in that moment for a minute. And I got it together. And you know, got finished, and I got through with it and got out. Once I got done, came out, you know, they have you, I think, sit in a room for a little. So yeah, they have you in this waiting room for a while. I can't remember how long or anything like that. And then you can do something. It's something else you have to do, and then you can leave. So yeah, everything was done nonetheless, and we left, and he was asking me, was I okay? I'm like, you know, I think so. I felt a little some type of way because I just did it, but I went back to like that numb feeling, like I was fine, like I thought. And we went and got some food, and, you know, we went about our business, and, you know, I went about my business. So, yeah. And I was fine. I think we were still cool. I think I was still dealing with him. And it slowly just, like, diminished. And it was on my end. Like, I just started to feel some type of way about the fact that we did it, and we both made that decision not to go through with keeping it. And it was like 3 weeks in, and like that numb feeling slowly turned into like a depressed feeling. Like I got so depressed. Oh my gosh, it just like smacked me in the face. Like dang, you're not pregnant no more. Like you really did that. Like it's gone. It's gone. Like that's all I can say. I just kept thinking like, okay, like, oh, there's nothing there no more. I really did it. I didn't even tell y'all. I think I was about like 4 months in. If I wasn't 4 months in, I was very close to 4 months in. And so I had somewhat of a stomach, because I don't have much of a belly. So I had somewhat of a stomach. And And so, I had a little bit, I had something to feel on. It was a little hard. And I took a few pictures. Um, I don't at the time know why I took pictures because I don't regret it, but I do regret it. But yeah, I took pictures. So it was some feeling to that, and I remember what it felt like. So in those 3 weeks after I got it done, I just was thinking about that. And then as time went on, I started thinking about like what maybe we would have been like, oh, maybe we would have ended up closer, or maybe we'd have ended up being good. Like, it makes you think about so many things, and it's just so many what ifs. Like, it's so many what ifs. Like, and then like I think part of the reason I kind of grew away from him was because I started to be upset with him that he didn't want to like hold my hand through keeping it. Like, we weren't. I understood because we weren't in a relationship, but we were so close and around each other so much. I'm just like, why couldn't he have held my hand through, just keeping it? Like, we could have did this, and you could have encouraged me to, keep it. Like, I'm not putting it on him, but I think that's why we grew apart. And well, he didn't understand. He didn't even want to. He didn't understand. I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't take it. And then it was just so much guilt in doing it. It was, and then I got 2 kids, so I'm looking like, maybe it would have been my girl. You don't think of anything. I didn't even want any more kids, but maybe I got 2 boys. Maybe it would have been a daughter. Like, you think about all kinds of things, and then you think about the visual of the child. Like, you think about how it looked. It's so many what ifs, and it just eats at you. It eats at you, and it eats at you. I had a cousin that was pregnant around the same time I was. I watched her kid grow. It still gets to me sometimes. Like, it eats at you, and that's why I'm even here telling my dang business. Like, because people don't talk about the after effects of abortion. Like, it's not addressed as much as it should be. Like, I can guarantee that is like a great deal of the reason why people are depressed, as far as women especially goes. Like, that is a big burden on your heart, especially if you don't know like how to cope with it. And then me being a woman of faith, like, I know personally, we even have, I'm not going to say we have it the worst, I don't know, but I feel like we have a different type of pain to this, because not only did we go through with it, and we got those what ifs, and we're upset with ourselves, and you might feel like you're a failure, and it's just like on top of that, it's the shame in it. When like it was wrong, when God could have got you through that, when that was a weak moment, like, that gives you so much shame, and then it's like, who do I talk to? My family, like, say your family's in church, my family's in the church, how do I tell them what I did? None of us agree with it. How do I tell them what I did? How did I tell them that I ended messed up again, and on top of messed up again, got rid of it? How do I do that? How, who do I talk to that I'm not gonna feel like I was just so wrong? It kind of puts you in a spot to just keep it bottled up, and that's the worst thing you can do. That is one of the worst situations to keep bottled up. You have to talk to somebody. You have to deal with that pain. And as far as women of faith, don't feel like you've lessened yourself, or you're just not important, or God doesn't love you just because of your decision. Like, it's a mistake like any other mistake. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. That's all it is. It's a painful mistake. It's a mistake that we hold harder than some other mistakes we might have made. But God doesn't change. God still loves you. It's still just a mistake you made. He will forgive the situation. Like, and that's what really gets me. Like, it's not talked about enough amongst women. Period. Amongst women of faith, how we hold it. It's not talked about enough, because especially as women of faith, like, we know it's wrong, like, and then it's looked upon as wrong. So like, how do we go to somebody in our shame and just like tell them like we messed up in that kind of way? Like, it's hard, but it's necessary, and everybody deserves to receive forgiveness. Everybody deserves to feel better about their situation and to not hold so much pain in their situation. And if you're going through this, you will heal from it. Pray about it. I guarantee you will heal from it. God will take that pain away from you. He doesn't want you to hold that pain. I guarantee it. And I'm sure of it. I'm a witness to it. He doesn't want you to hold that pain. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even tell this story. This happened 2018, end of 2018. I couldn't even tell this story a year ago. I tried to. I've known I needed to go and tell this. I tried to tell this at least 3-4 times. I got recordings just appalling. But God got me through it. God got me through it. Talking got me through it. Talking to someone got me through it. And it took time. And it still comes back. You know, I've looked at blogs, and it's some women that take 20, 30 years to even realize what the pain was that they held. It's some women that take 20, 30 years to realize that they can overcome that pain. It'll eat away at them. And I just don't want that for people. I want people to know that they can talk about it. I want people to know that they can talk about how they feel about getting one. Like, you can talk to someone. Like, talk to more than someone. So, like, don't, and then, because me personally, I talk to the wrong people. And it's like I knew it. It's like I knew it. I just didn't know. I didn't want somebody to help me. Like, I didn't want somebody to remind me of what I knew was right. Like, it's crazy. But everything happens for a reason, and maybe it was because I needed to tell somebody else. And that's why I'm here, telling my business. Let y'all know, like, it's okay. And if you've done it, it's okay. You're going to be fine. You will be okay. The pain will slow down. I won't lie to y'all. I can't tell you to go away. I just know I have way more peace about it. God has given me way more peace about it. Like, and yeah, y'all, I just wanted y'all to know that God loves you and He forgives the situation, regardless if you even believe in Him or not. If you don't know what else to do, just pray about it. If you don't want to pray about it, I understand. If you're not into that, just talk to somebody. Just talk to somebody. Anyways, y'all, I will be doing more videos. I don't know why exactly this ended up my first one, but God put it on my heart for forever. Since I told y'all I've been trying to record this for a year, so here it is. I hope y'all get something out of it. Please comment and let me know. And you ladies have a good day.